Hello guys, welcome to today's episode of our training. In this episode, we are going to continue from where we left, building a school website with a school management system. In our previous lesson, we had a look at how to build a school website where we managed to come out with something like this, the home page with this banner and then this slider kind of banner, and then with these buttons and all this information, and then with this footer. So we are going to continue from here. In this edition, we'll be looking at how to implement the school management system into our website. So when we started in the previous lessons, we installed certain plugins. That is the WPSchoolPress, and I made it to understand that this is the plugin we are going to use to manage the school management system. So now let's delve into this plugin and then see how it works. So usually this is the interface at a glance. For now, we are seeing all these 0 students, 0 teachers, 0 parents, and then 0 classes because we haven't input any data yet. So quickly, let's just go through this system and how it works. On the left hand side, you can see your dashboard. This dashboard, that's the dashboard for anybody that logs in. And then next is what? The teachers. This is the tab you are going to use to manage the teachers in your school. You are going to use this tab to create, delete, edit, and then assign teachers to classes. And this is the tab you are going to use to create students and assign them to their classes and do other activities. And this is the tab you are going to use to communicate with your students' parents. Usually when you create a student, it automatically comes with a parent. So you can communicate with the students' parents probably by sending them the student report, announcement, events, and all that. And then we have this classes tab. When you click on it, there is an extension. Then you have this classes, that is what you are going to use to create the classes. Then you use this subject to create the subjects for each class, that is the courses. And then you use this to generate the marks field. And then that is for each classes you have assignments, mid-semester, and all that. And then you use this one to generate the marks, and then you use this one to conduct your exams. And you can even generate timetable from this system. Then you can use this attendance to manage the attendance of students and then your teachers. You can use these events to create events. That is, if you have ceremonies and other things, you can use it to create events. And you can use this to notify or give announcements to all the tutors and then the students as well. And then for the schools that use transportation, you can use this system to manage your transportation system. And then we have the general settings as well, what you can use to set up the system itself, the working hours, calendars, and all that. So we are going to look at these features one by one, but I'll be quick so that the video will not also be long, just like the other one. So first things first, we need to first of all set up our school. So first we need to create our teachers. So come to the teachers tab, you just click on this, or you can just click on this summary of the teachers that you have. So you just click on the teachers tab, and then it will take you to this page. It will open to this page. Then you can see we don't have any teacher for now. So all we have to do is either we create or we can import. Now we can sit down and be creating teachers one by one. Let's say we have about 30 something or 50 something teachers in our school. We can sit down and be creating profile for each teacher. All we can do is you can just import it. You can put it together. We can put that information together in an Excel file and just import it into our system. But to do that is an additional or premium feature that we need to pay. So it's an add-on. There's an add-on for that. So if you want to import data into the system, you need to subscribe to that premium feature. But since we are using the free features, we have to create these teachers one by one manually. So let's create our first teacher. So I'll just click on create new, and then it will take me to this page here. Then you can do all your settings and configuration about the teacher's profile here. So you can upload the teacher's profile picture. So let me just look for profile picture, and then I'll upload the teacher's profile picture. So let me just look for any profile picture. So probably this. So this, and then you choose the gender, whether the person is a male or female. So it's a male, so I'll just enter the person's details this way. So I'll just do it this way. Then the date of birth. You can just configure all these things from here. So let's say this. Then the blood group. Do you know your blood group? If you know your blood group, you add it there. Then you add the person's phone number. So probably this way. Then the qualification, you add it there. Then the person's address and all that. So if you have codes for your tutors or for your teachers, you can add it here. You can add it here. Then you now input the teacher's account details here. So this is the account information of the teacher. This is what the teacher is going to use to log into the system. So you input the person's email address. So probably, let's say this. Then you input the teacher's username, then maybe the password, and then you are good to go. Then you input the person's details here. When did this teacher start teaching in your school? So probably last year, July 31st. Then when is he leaving? If he's not leaving, leave it there. His current position. So probably classroom teacher is employee code. So maybe he's the first teacher. So let's say 0001. Working hours. For how long is he going to work? Usually Ghana is 8 hours, so you can put 8 hours there. So then you submit. I don't want to save this, so you submit, and then you wait. Successfully submitted. So we now have our first teacher. So when you go to our dashboard, you can see one teacher. You see there is one teacher. Okay, so now the next thing is to create our classroom. So let's create our classroom. You click on it, or you can come to this side and click on it. So you create the first classroom by clicking this create new, and then it will take you to this interface. You create JSS1, that's the batch 1 of the school. Now the capacity, let's say 100 students. Now you assign the teacher you create. So all the teachers you create, the profile will be here. So you assign each teacher to each class. So I'll just click on this, and then the class, when is it starting? So we'll start on Monday, and then when is it ending? Probably in May ending. Then where is the location of the classroom? Probably block A. Then this class will be set to free. Then you submit. Then after submitting, you can see that we'll have one classroom now. We have one teacher, one classroom. So we need a student now. So you see one classroom, one teacher. Now we need to add a student. So we'll come and click on student tab here, and then it will open this page for us. Then we will just that one to assume, the students are always many, so you can't just say that we're creating student profile one by one. But here is the case, we are using free features, so we are not paying anything. So we have to create the students one by one, or you can just subscribe and then import your students data here. So just click on create. We are using free feature, we are not paying anything. So you click on create, and then upload the student's picture. Upload the student's picture, probably this, and then indicate whether the person is male or female. So we just choose male, female, then enter the name here. So let's say this way, and then you enter the person's date of birth. That is the student's date of birth. So probably person was born in 2010 July 30th. Blood group, then the person's phone number. You can just put this 30703. Then you now enter the person's address. you enter the person's address. Probably you can just put this, and then if you have pin code, and you can put it. That is, if you give them pin code, then you just enter the person's permanent address. But if you think it's the same thing as the person's current address, you can just click on the same as above, so that it will be automatically filled with this. Then you now enter the student's pin code. It's the same thing, so we'll just leave it there. Then you now enter the student's parent details. The student's parent details. So what is the student's parent details? So we'll just do it this way. Then the parent's username. So what should be the parent's username? This way. The parent's password. The parent's blood group. So you do all this setup. The parent's email address, probably something like this. Then if the parent is educated, you indicate whatever it is. Then you go on. Now you create the student's login details. So using the student's details. So the email address is let's do it this way. Then the username, we'll just use the person's name. And then one is this students enrolling. So let's say this, and then the class is JSS1. The roll number is 0001. This way. Then we'll submit. Pin code, no. Okay, so let's submit and see. Okay, so then we are good to go. So now we have one student, one teacher, one class. So let's go to our dashboard. We have one teacher, one student, and then all that. So that is it. So we are good to go now. So the next thing is probably, now that we have our class, so no, we should not attendance. Let me go back to the dashboard. So the next thing we are going to do is, let's try to create subjects. For the class. So just come here. For now, there's no any subjects here, so we just click on create new, and then you just choose the class, and then name of the subject, probably maths. Then this way. Then the subject teacher is this guy, and if there's any book or recommended book, you can add it here. So the second course is probably English, then ENG 101, then the same teacher, because he's the only one in the school. Then the next one is science, then SC 101, and same teacher. The fourth subject is social studies, 101. Then the same teacher. So if there is any book, we add it here. And the next one is, let's say let's say chemistry. So CHE 101. Then the same teacher. Then you can submit. Okay, so now we submit. Then after that, what we are going to do is, let's try to generate a timetable for this class, for the JSS1 class. So let's generate a timetable. So we don't have any timetable. So first of all, I have to create one. So click on create new, then you select the class, and then you just generate a new one. Then you enter the number of sessions for each class. So for a day, how many students or how many sessions of class do you want to have? So probably you have to include break time too. So let's say you want to have 3 classes and then 2 break time, so that will be 5. So you enter 5, and then you click on generate. Okay, so we need to first of all add the working hours. So to add that, we'll come to this general settings. Okay, so now that we've successfully added our student, teacher, parent, and then class, the next thing is to configure the working hours so that we can set up timetable for the various classes. Then for you to do that, you need to come to general settings. You click on this general setting, that's the setting for the whole system. Then you click on, so let's just set up the whole system first. So we'll come to settings, and then it will take us to the page. Then we can upload the school logo. So let me just look for the school logo. Let me just look for the school logo. School logo. Okay, fine. So let's just say this is our school logo. So assuming this is our school logo, so we just have to select it, and then we'll enter our school name this way. Then we'll enter the school's official phone number. Then we'll enter the school's email address here, and then the address itself, and then the school website, and then the date format that you want the system to use. Do you want month, day, year, or day, month, year? So I prefer day, month, year. I'll just take this one. So the mark type should be numbers or grades, so use grades. So do you want to enable SMS to parents when students are absent? So you can click, or SMS notification. But all these ones are premium features, so you only have access to it when you pay. So we just save, and then we save, and then we now configure the next item. The next item on the setting is working hour. So click on working hour, and then it will load here. Then you have to let me just take away this one so that I'll start afresh. So you add the working hours from here. So the working hour should be the period or the sessions in which you have the various activities. So let's say in the morning, what do you do in the morning? Do you stand for assembly? What time? From which time to which time? Then after assembly, what do you do? Do you go for break, or do you have classes? What time to what time? So you have to count all the sessions, and then you enter it here. So let's say first lesson. When we come in the morning, first level after every activity, first lesson is 8 o'clock to 10 o'clock. So that one, what is it? Is it teaching or break? So teaching. So add it. Then after that, students will go out for break. So probably we just say first break. So that will be from 10 o'clock to, let's say, 10:30. 30 minutes, and that one will be break. That's first break, and add it. The next thing is second lesson. That will be the second lesson, and that will be from 10:30 to 11:30. No, 12:30, probably just 2 hours. 12:30, and then we'll be teaching, so you add it. And the next one is going to be break, so that will be second break. So second break will be from 12:30 to, let's say, 1 o'clock. And that will be break, then I'll add it. And then the next, so after the second lesson, then should they go for break again, or we just close? Okay, so the third lesson will continue. So third lesson should continue from 1 o'clock to, let's say, 3 o'clock, and that's another teaching lesson. So higher. So that is basically every day we'll have our first lesson at 8, go out for first break at 10, then begin the second lesson at 10:30, second break at 12:30, third lesson at 1 to 3. So we have 1, 2, 3. So 3 lessons and then 2 break. Okay, so I think this is enough. There is 3 lessons per day, and then we are good to go. So let's see again what is here. So do you have leave calendar? Okay, I think all these ones, maybe those, if you have your own school, you can know how to set up all these things and all that. So I think I'll just leave this one off. So I'll just leave it. So now let's go back and then set up our timetable. So we'll go to class and then come to timetable. And then we just have to select the class, and then okay, so let's create first. So first of all, create the timetable by clicking on this create, and then we'll choose the class, and then we'll choose new templates. So let's say, how many sessions do you want to have for this particular class every day? So remember, we have 3 lessons and 2 break, so that's about 5 sessions. So we'll just select 5, and then we'll click on generate. So this is it, 8 to 10. First session 8 to 10, second session 8 to 10. No, so first session 8 to 10, second session, that will be break, that will be 10 to this, then third session just like that in that order, and then we have it this way. So we'll create it this way, and then we'll submit. So on Monday we have this 8 to 10, then 10 to 10:30 break, then 10:30 to this lesson, then this to that break, and then this one. So all you have to do is you fix this timetable, just click and drag, put it here in that order, then this way. So that is how you just generate your timetable. Generate your timetable this way. and then so just like this, just like that. Then you continue, you just have to just fix all the classes in the various fields available. So this way you just continue like that until you get your desired or satisfied classes. So Saturday and Sundays we don't come, so I think we'll just leave that one that way. So unless you have probably classes on Saturdays and Sundays, then you can maybe some extra classes, you can just fix it there. You can fix it in the various times that are available. You just click and then you drag and drop it inside this way, and then you are good to go. So I think this is it. So it has been saved, and then we can go back to our classes and then click on timetable, and then it will load the timetable page for you. So you just have to select the class and boom, here you are. So this is the timetable for that particular class. So it's as simple as that. You just configure the working hours and then you create your courses, and then you can just go ahead and then generate. So let's say we have another class, maybe GHS2. You just follow the same procedure and then generate the timetable, configure the working hours, and then do the same thing for all the classes that you are going to have. So this is just how it's going to work. And then the next thing is let me see. Okay, we are down. Let's talk about the subject mark fields. Let's talk about subject mark. So we have to create new mark fields. So let's say for JHS1, so which subject? So let's say maths. So let's say this one, we are going to configure the OBJ. So just select. So this is what you are going to use to set up the exams. So when students write exams, you know the exams are always made in components, maybe OBJ and theory, or only OBJ, or however you want to create it. So you configure it here. So with JHS1, we have OBJ and then we have theory. So we'll create another one called theory. So you have to do this for all the subjects or for all the courses. So, and this is it. So we have OBJ and theory. So in case you want to edit it, you can still modify this one. So now let's go back to Max. Let's go to Max. So we have to create exam before we can input Max. So let's go to classes and then go to exams. We'll go to exams, and then let's say we want to create an exam for this particular class. So we just have to click on the exams tab and then click on create. So after that, it will load this page. Then for you to choose the class. So what exam is this? So let's say end of first semester. So when will this exam start? When will this exam start? So let's say we say June, and then June, let's say 19th, and then it will end on this day. So we are going to select all just maths, and then we'll submit, because you haven't created what do you call it, mark fields for maths, English, and the other courses. So now let's go to subject mark fields, where we can now add the subjects, the marks for the various. So have you seen the exam we created end of first semester? So we have only math, so we don't have any distance, so we just have to add it. So this is, so you click on add, and then it will give you the list of all the students. So you just have to enter the marks and all those things. So let's say the theory, the person had 40, and the OBJ, then this one the person had 50. So what will be the remarks? And then you enter the grade. So 40 plus 50, what grade is it? A or B, or however you are going to configure it, you can do it here. So you can enter your comments or your remarks here. So go to save. So it has been saved successfully. So that has been saved successfully. So you have to do that for all students. You have to do that for all students. But you can see that one, it will be some kind of tedious work. So you could have just attached an Excel file and then import it. But like I said, all these ones are paid versions, so we don't want to pay anything. So from here you can view the exam scores. You can view the exam scores. Yeah, so let's go to exams and then so I guess that is it. So we are good to go. So now we need to add the login. We need to add the login page to the menu so that students can log in to their various what do you call it, pages. So for us to do that, we need to go back to our WordPress dashboard. We need to go back to our WordPress dashboard and then configure the menus. So depending on where we want the login to appear, so we just come to this and then go to menus. So let me just come to the website. This, go to menus. So we'll just select the main menu. We'll select it and then we'll bring the dashboard here. We'll add it there. So we'll just add this way. So just say login. Let's say login and then we'll save it. Save it. So let me refresh this page. So you can see the login here. You can see the login here. Or let me just make it dashboard. Maybe that will be better. So let me just make it the dashboard. Dashboard, so that let me refresh this. So you can see the dashboard is here. So when you just click on this, so based on the information you provided to determine whether you are a student, you are a tutor, or you are an administrator. So let me just try logging in. Let me try logging in and then we'll see how it's going to be like. Let me try logging in. I've even forgotten the logins I created, but let me try. So let me try logging in as a student. Let me try logging in as a student. So you see, this is how it will appear. So the username, I think it was this way. The password So it's this way. Let me try it and see. If it didn't work, I have to go and reconfigure it. So it worked, so it's coming. So you see, this is a student interface, and this is the student picture, and this is the classes the student is enrolled. If there are events, you'll see it here, and then they can see their parents detail here as well. Now you see, so this is the parent details. So this is the dashboard. So currently the student have access to the school information, and then exams has been scheduled, and the person will see it here as a notification. And then even on, what do you call it, so have you seen on the calendar, the person can see that they have exam from here to this. So that is how this thing works. That is how the WPSchoolPress works, with the school logo and everything is here. Then so just one, you can view the timetable, you can view teachers, view class, the students in the class, view the subjects, exams, and the marks the person had, attendance and all that. So let me just try to view the timetable. The student can view the timetable they have, so they will see the timetable here. So have you seen, this is it, this is it, and then you can view their teachers as well. So this is their teacher for this. So this is their teacher, and then this is their teacher's details. They can view it, all those things, and they can view the number of students in the class. So for now it's only one person, so this is it. And then the subjects they offer, they can view all their courses here. This is all their courses, and then exams they took, you can view all that here. So these are the scheduled exams. Then you can view the marks as well, exam they took, the marks they have and all that, and they can view the attendance too as well. So in short, this is just how this WPSchoolPress work. That is the school management system. So that is it. So let me try logging in as a teacher. Let me see, what did I use for teachers? Let me see teachers. Let me see which details did I use for teachers, so that you're able to see the interface for teacher and all that. So let me view the teacher and see. Okay, so let me log out from the student and then try logging as a student, as a teacher, and see. And then a student can change their password and edit their profile. So let me say, let me try this and see if it didn't work. Yeah. Okay, so it has come. So this is the interface for a teacher. Teacher will also have access to notification, and then all this is the list of their students parents, classes they have. So this is the list of their students, and they can also modify, view the student as well. Then they can also change their password, edit their profile as well, in case they want to change their profile picture, and then all that, modify their information and all those kind of stuff. But they can't change their account details from here. So let's see, student parent, they can view, and then they can edit the student's parent as well, and they can see their classes. You can see their classes. So currently they are handling JHS1, and they have only one student, and then all these details. And You can view the timetable, exams and all that, and then you can send message to students and then their parents. So in case they want to send message to students, or they just have to click on this create, and then it will load this page. Then you enter the name of the, then you choose who do you want to send to, all students, all teachers, or particular students or particular teachers. Then which type, is it by email, SMS, or all? So currently we have email. SMS is an additional feature, you have to buy it. Then enter the description here, what message you want to send to them, and they can see it from their dashboard too as well. So that is how the system works. So this is it. So we are done for this school website and then school management system, and that will be available for all your questions and then things that you don't understand. So let me end this one for now, and then we'll see each other in class. Yes, so thank you and have a nice day.